Hetty, you're into sport. Tell us a bit about that.
I've loved sport ever since I was quite young, and my family, they weren't mega sporty, my brother slightly, but they weren't mega sporty, so nobody really knew where it came from in primary school when I just started playing football. And I started playing in the football team. I was the only girl in the school football team, which was really cool. And then in secondary school, I played for a team called Burnley Girls, and then went on to captain a team called Nelson, which I really loved. And then later on, when I became an adult, I became a qualified football coach so that I could do something a little bit different for people and support people. So I worked with families and with kids and with youth as a way to kind of make their lives better by coaching them and helping them through things in life, but also as a way to share my faith.
Why would you say your faith is so important to you in all of this?
As a Christian, without the faith that I have in God, I don't know where I'd be. Like, I've had so many ups and downs in my life, and it hasn't always been easy. When I was about 5 years old, my dad died, and then my stepdad died when I was 21. And then a few years ago, my mum was diagnosed with cancer at a similar time that I was struggling with anxiety and panic attacks. But the great thing is that I was told about God from quite a young age, and I chose to start a relationship with him. And I remember being in primary school and saying the Lord's Prayer, and being in secondary school and saying the Lord's Prayer, and really wrestling with this idea of God being my father, because that's how the Lord's Prayer starts, our Father. Because I'd lost my dad, and so I was trying to work out what that all meant. And then one day, it just kind of clicked in my heart. I just knew what God being my father meant. That no matter who was in my life, no matter how difficult it got, no matter who I lost, he would always be there for me, and I would never be alone. And he's always been my constant when life has been up and down. He's been there to cheer me on, to help me up, and to celebrate with me. And there's been loads of ups in my life, loads of great things. And one recent thing is that my mum, who was diagnosed with a terminal cancer, we prayed and prayed for her. Loads of people have prayed for her, which is basically talking to God. And she is free from cancer, which is incredible, right? So saying yes to a relationship with God is definitely the best decision that I made in my life ever. And it's our choice, and we get to make that for ourselves.
Wow. And so how do the worlds of faith and sport come together?
I think that faith and sport come together in so many ways. For me, when I played football for a team, I don't think the manager chose the best player as the captain. I think I was chosen as the captain because of the way I treated other people on and off the pitch. And who we are, I think, is more important than what we do or how good we are at things. And when I was a teenager, I liked to read the Message paraphrase of the Bible. And my favourite verse at that time was from the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 12. And it says this: "Here is a simple rule of thumb guide for behaviour. Ask yourself what you want people to do for you, and then grab the initiative and do it for them." And that really helped me to see how God wanted me to live my life, and how I could make a difference to my teammates and show them a glimpse of who God was by the way I treated them and respected the coach and other players and the referee. And I think that definitely made me a better player.